All right. Welcome back to another video. We are here with, how do you pronounce your name?
You can just say Ryan. It's a long story, but you can say Ryan like the same as
Uh,
you.
okay, yeah, we're here with Ryan. Um, and this person has actually been in my Discord for like I'll say what, 2 years now?
Yeah, it was fun. I was thinking today, I was in your Discord before you even live streamed, like before you did inverse fair
Yeah,
value.
but
It
yeah,
was like when
before
you
you,
first started.
yeah, it was like when I first started, so that was kind of cool. And I'm actually gonna put this on my main channel. So if you guys don't know, I have a separate channel. It's called .ddd Shorts, where I do other interviews. But I'm putting this on my main channel. If you guys like it, go drop a sub to this other channel where I'm trying to post like once a week, but I gotta post another video soon. So yeah. So hopefully you guys know this interview. So he's been on my Discord. So for everyone who doesn't know, I used to do Patreon, and my Discord service used to be actually $15 a month. So he's been in since then. No one really knew me. That was when I was really finding my own model. I started backtesting. I was doing a ton of stuff, and it was so cheap because I was profitable, but I wasn't like I didn't know as much as I did now. Okay, and not a lot of people knew me. So he's been in there since then. So how long have you personally been trading?
I would say like when I joined that Discord, that was when I started trading for real, like waking up early in the morning every day and trading. I
Okay.
kind of like messed around a little bit, like maybe around COVID, but with like crypto,
Yeah.
but it was like support and resistance, and it was just like casual.
Okay. So like you didn't actually really start trading until like you joined my Discord, or
Yeah, I would say like since like once I joined your Discord.
okay, and before you're just kind of like messing around, checking the charts occasionally, like kind of like that.
Yeah,
See that?
I would watch a lot of like YouTube videos of like support
Yeah.
and resistance and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I did because my friend put me onto ICT, and then I didn't
Yeah.
really like. He was so confusing. Like ICT was like, and then he would rant for like it's like 45 minutes of the video. It's like
Yeah.
so then
Yeah.
so then I remember I DM'd you actually. I watched like one of your videos like the first night, and I DM'd you. You didn't have that many followers at the time, and I was like, bro, like I just watched your video. I'm like, I like understand it finally. Like in like 30
Yeah.
minutes. Like yeah, it was
Okay.
more
Cool.
clarity.
Yeah. The one thing about ICT is like his videos are good, but he almost teaches us as if we already know this concept.
Yeah, I would say.
So like if you're a beginner, it's just hard.
Yeah, exactly. It was
Um.
much more clear when you explained it for me.
Yeah. Well, okay. My vacuum is just going on in the background. Okay. Now, what were your friends who introduced you to ICT? I'm curious. Are they still trading?
Yeah, they still trade, but they trade like I don't know, like I've told them about like your Discord and stuff like that, but they kind of do their own thing. I think they use like breaker blocks and stuff like that more so. They don't
Yeah, that's
really use
fine.
like inverses and stuff. But yeah, they
So they still trade. They never gave up, but they have like a different model.
yeah, exactly. But it's it's all pretty similar as far as like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I agree. I
reversals and
agree.
stuff like that.
Yep.
Exactly.
Okay. Um, and what when you before you trade ICT like on crypto and stuff, did you use any strategies or?
I mean, I remember right before I found out, it kind of sucked because I did so much studying of like support and resistance and stuff, and then I did
Yeah.
support and resistance actually for 1 week, and I did pretty good on it. Like on a crypto account, I did like 10% in 1 week, like on my account, and I was like
Yeah.
so happy about it. And my friend he puts me on ICT, and I'm like, just I don't know, something about ICT in general just seemed like it made more sense, And I was just like,
It was like I was almost like it was a real, like I was like almost a real, like here's how the market moves, kind of like
versus
that.
guessing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, that was used to be a problem with me. Like when I used to take EMA setups, I used to, like I'd get some wins, but it almost felt like it was an accident.
Yeah,
I learned ICT. It's like, oh my god, like I actually know why the market did what it did. Besides, oh, we just bounced off an EMA.
yeah.
So yeah, definitely a big thing.
Mhm.
Now for everyone who, so how much in payouts have you gotten? You told me in DMs.
I would say like this year, somewhere like around maybe like 120 to 140, something like that. I mean,
Damn.
I sent you the thing. It was like 65 payouts, and each of those were 2K. So I would say that was 130. And then
Yeah.
I've gotten top step payouts, but I just kind of like mess around on top step. I don't take it like as seriously. But
Yeah.
I would say like probably like closer to 130 to 140.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's pretty good, honestly. Now, have you ever been asked to move to a live account in Apex?
Uh, actually, no. It was strange because when I was trading Apex at one point, I went on a like a green streak, which
Yeah.
like I didn't even expect it myself, but yeah, I didn't lose one time for like almost 3 months, and I was expecting
Yeah.
them to like ask me to go to live account, and they banned me instead.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty crazy. I was like, all of a sudden one day, it was when they started changing all their rules, and I just had
Oh yeah.
it was like,
Yeah.
oh, like you can't purchase any more evals, and I think it was because I used to suck, and so I would like fail a lot of evals.
No, they did it to without. No, everyone thought their Apex was scamming for that. I asked, so I'm in contact with like the Apex person, like with the Apex. He's an insider basically, and I talk to him all the time. I'm like, why do you guys do this? And he's like, oh, you'll just send it to 1,000 random people, and he just said it was like random people who just received like a single payout in the last like whatever amount of days. So I'm like, oh, so you're not like, and he's like, yeah, it's just temporary. We're just gonna see if it affects any of the results. So like, it wasn't banning people. It's just they were sending random traders got payouts. They were not letting purchase any more evals because they didn't want what people do is they blow the account before they go live, and that's what I do. So before when I start doing well or whatever, I blow the account before I go live. And I haven't done a little bit, but it's just because you don't really want to be in a live account. It sucks. You have to pay like professional data fees or whatever. So I always tell that, and that's what they're trying to prevent. They're trying to prevent the smart people who knew that not to go to a live account that would blow them. So if they saw someone doing really well, they'd be like, oh, we're going to put them in a live account. And then they wouldn't let them purchase any more evals. They're not doing that anymore. So it's fine again. It was what?
No, it killed me because when they did that first, they like banned me from buying the accounts. And then I had another payout essentially because on all my accounts, like, you need to be at like, I think like 2,600 to get like a $2,000 payout. But I'd be like way ahead. I would take my payout and my account would still be at like 3,500 or something.
Yeah.
So then I don't know. I don't know. They like changed the rules, and then I actually ended my streak, like my win streak, like on accident, like over trading. And then they changed the rules, and I got emotional. I had like another another $40,000 payout, like 20 accounts. It was like waiting for me, bro. And I went on tilt and like messed it up, but it's fine.
So that's interesting. So like you've been paid 130K, but there's still times you will go on tilt.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think that was,
but it feels it's not the same because it's with a prop firm account. It's not like you're doing a live account.
Yes, exactly. And then I think I didn't really regret going on tilt that time because, like I said, I was trading the 15-second, and obviously I'm using like inverses and stuff, but I just still thought like my risk management could have been better, and I could have been like, even though I went on the green streak and stuff, I just think there's things I needed to improve. So I don't really care because I'm in it for like the long run. You know what I mean? Like I want to have like.
And just to confirm, like you got paid 130 from Apex, right?
Yeah,
Okay, that's for all the people who think like Apex is a scam, because I always promote them. I always say use my code. Whose code did you use, by the way?
Oh yeah, I would use your code. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just kidding. Yeah. People always give me like a bunch of crap, like why are you promoting Apex and I'll pay people out. That's just BS. You just can't trade if you're not gonna.
Yeah, and I think there's people who like dollar cost that. They would pay me out.
Yeah,
you have to wait. At the time, you would have to wait 2 weeks, and it would suck because I'm like, pay me out. But now I pay out quickly.
Yep. Apex has been paying a lot quicker. I've noticed that. So, now another question for you. Like, do you have a personal account or no?
No, I don't have a personal. Eventually, I'm gonna get.
I would abuse Apex as much as possible before you even get one. But like on a personal account, obviously you can't tilt. You just can't. It's real money. You can't do it. But on Apex, like I've known profitable traders who like the last time I tilted was the last time I blew an account was like it was during the election night because I left the limit order over the election night and I blew like a singular funded. That was the last time I blew one, I think. But before that, I tilted probably like 9 months ago. But it doesn't matter at the end of the day because it's fake money. But like on a live account, I never ever do that. I'd never do that. I did that like 3 years ago. That was it. I never do that again.
Yeah, sometimes I think that's why I'm gonna do it. I've been lazy to like do the copy trading where it's like first multiple prop firms in your live account. Like I would just trade all 20 on Apex, but I'm gonna try to do the one where it does through like you can do like Apex, top steps, and all of them.
Yeah, Replicano. Yeah. I've been doing that too, and I hooked that up to a personal account. So
that's what I need to know.
Okay, so like when you found me, like why do you join my Discord? Like what made you, just because you understood my videos or?
Well, I'd say first I was watching your videos and they made a lot of sense and they were like helpful. Like I just kind of like the vibe. And then I followed I think I found your Twitter and that's how I found your videos. And then I would just see you would always you'd be like, it was impressive because I've been in Discord before and they like sucked. Like they were like pointless. Some of them were like
Yeah.
it was crypto. A lot of them were crypto ones, but it was kind of ended up being a waste of money. But then I remember you were like, oh, like this week I was like, or let's say this month, 26 wins, like 4 losses. I'm like, oh damn. And there was
Yeah, I
like
was.
people at that time. So I'm like, damn, that's
Yeah.
pretty good. 26 wins, 4 losses. I joined and it was good. Like I was like, damn, these signals are like actually like working. Because at the time it was kind of like signals because it would be just in text. You'd be like, oh, I'm gonna take
That's when I was a signal service. I used to signal like 2 years ago. For anyone who doesn't know that, I used to be a signal service and I do text alerts. And there was 1 month I think I went 29 wins, 1 loss the whole month, or maybe it was 2 losses. It was 1 or 2 losses the whole month. And I used to keep track in like a journal. And I'd send text alerts. I'd send them way ahead of time and be like, I'm buying here, I'm selling here, whatever. And I was pretty good at it. However, my Discord did worse because no one wants signals. They all want to learn how to actually trade because they didn't know why I was getting in. Like I would say, like
yeah.
I would just say, yeah, I'm getting in. I'd show the chart a little bit, but I didn't really explain why. And I never live streamed at the time. I literally just sent text signals. And like I said, they're really good signals. I remember like there were some signals that I sent out that I would never even take today, and they still worked. Like that's how crazy they were. Like I was like a whole different trader, but they still worked. And yeah, when I was sending signals, I deleted the channel. I regret it. I was always looking for the channel that I sent the signals in, but I tried looking for that a few weeks ago because I would like to see because I had like screenshots of some of my old signals and stuff and like why I took them, but I deleted the channel unfortunately, so I don't have them anymore. But that's crazy that you remember that.
Yeah, no, bro. I also remember. I remember one time there was a time, and I remember this wasn't that long ago. It was maybe over a year ago, and you were
Yeah.
live streaming, and you were like asking, you're like, "When's the last time I lost?" Like I remember one time you went on the crazy, and like we couldn't come up. No one would like on when you would say, "Oh, I'm going to take this on my live." We couldn't even think like when.
Yeah, that was last year. I was on
like
a
few months. Like it was crazy.
I was on. Yeah, I never lost for like 2 months, or it was like 2.5 months, and I finally lost. But yeah, so I was just on another streak. It was like a month, and I had a red day two Tuesdays ago or something. So I'm back on like a 1.5 week streak. But
That's far though.
yeah, like the one thing. So how many trades do you typically take per day?
I'm trying to limit it, bro, because when I was trading on the 15 second, basically the way I was trading was I was just trying to be green for the day. So, and I would if I took 2 losses, I'd take 1 more, and usually I would make it back every single day. But if I have my first place a win, I'm done trading for the day type of thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna backtest on FxReplay. I'm gonna do a video on YouTube backtesting the second chart.
Yeah.
So basically one day he sent a 15-second play and someone in my chat made fun of him for trading the 15-second, but he's good at that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, because sometimes when it's really obvious, I feel like they're good, but if you start in choppy price action, they're terrible. But
now do you do the break even method?
No, bro, that's something that's funny because so like that's what I was saying. Like I wasn't mad when I blew my apexes, even though I had like money on them because I felt like there's things I need to like refine. And that was amazing. Like this, even like the last few days, like I've been watching a lot of. I like your backtesting videos. I feel like those are like the most informative videos because you're just going over trade after trade after trade.
Yeah.
And that was the one thing I'm like, damn, I never really go to break even. I was like, I feel like that's probably the reason I'm taking the L's. And then also another thing that you said that stuck with me finally, and I know you've said it a million times, is like the fair value gap has to be like a decent size. I used to take all the small ones because I'm like, oh, well, it's a really small stop loss. You know what I mean? But I'm like,
yeah,
I feel like it was messing up my win rate and just like causing unnecessary stress because I don't like to be down for the day, period. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I feel like I'm.
Yeah, no one does.
Yeah.
I was actually more profitable when I learned to be red. I was less profitable when I didn't know how to be red. So, I mean, I still have red days, just not a lot. Which is good, but okay. And like, when you're in a winning trade, like the trade works pretty fast. Would you agree?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. See, that's like a one theme that I know that because with iFVGs, you're basically taking the opposite of a giant move the other way. So theoretically, like if you're right, it should not stop and it should work and it should liquidate a lot of people. And that's why I do the break-even method because it just works for my strategy. Now, if you're trading the 2022 model, it doesn't make sense to do the break-even method. But like at the same time, if price is going to accelerate, it doesn't do it slowly, and that's why I do the break-even method. Does that make sense?
No, I've been backtesting like the last few days, and I've been doing so much better. Like I win much higher doing the break.
Yeah, that's good. What did you use like any indicators like VWAP or any of that before? Or
I would learn it. I never when
Just like support and resistance.
yeah, like because I was doing like RR trades, they were pretty fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's support and resistance, you can get really good RR. So I was
Yeah.
doing that mostly, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
I didn't really like. I never liked like the indicators. Maybe
Yeah.
like EMAs, but
Okay.
I didn't like.
Yeah. Back when I used to do like the signals in my Discord, like they'd be all pull back entries, like, and then be good RR, and like they'd have a high win rate doing them. But I think I based those off footprint charts. So when I used stacks, which which work well still, but I like convergence better. Just it's more like you actually know, like you have good targets. When I used to take those trades, like the pullbacks out of the stacks, you wouldn't really know where to target. So now that I'm focusing more on liquidity instead of the iFVGs, it's just way better. Now, when you look for a setup on like the 15-second, 30-second, 1 minute, are you looking for good liquid? Like, what is your primary focus? Are you looking for like the iFVG first? Are you looking for like liquidity first? Like, what are you actually looking for when you go on the chart?
I feel like I like speed of the candle. Like that's like really like I don't know. I think sometimes like the V-shaped recovery thing, like that's like my favorite. And then obviously like liquid. Like sometimes I'll take things that aren't like in discount necessarily. Like and I'll do the break even. Before I would take it because I'd be like, oh, it's guaranteed to hit these lows. These are equal lows are right there. But now I'm gonna start doing like the break even and stuff like that. But
yeah,
I like
the break even can definitely be annoying if it doesn't save you, but the majority of the time for me it does. So it's really up to you at the end of the day, and that's something like people forward test. So that's now now that you're like, so you're obviously profitable. How much would you say you spent on challenges?
I spent a lot, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Well, I used to not spend a lot because I was like, okay, understand this. But then once you start,
once you actually start knowing what you're doing, you start to spend more. Yeah,
because you're like, I don't want to waste my time getting $2,000 when it could be $40,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Is it more or less than like, let's say 40K?
Like total?
Yeah.
I would say it was more. But well,
okay.
So when I went on that, it's because I wasn't really profitable until like I would say.
Maybe let's say after you're profitable.
Yeah, then I would say probably like less than 4 or 3K.
Okay. Yeah. Challenges for your profitable. I literally I always tell people like, if you're not profitable, I don't care. Buy an Apex, don't count it, but learn how to trade. And then once you get profitable, that's when you really want to start. Like what? And by profitable, I mean once you have a working strategy, that's when you want to start keeping track. Because then you know like what to change, like if stuff working, if maybe you should train strategy. Like if you're doing a strategy for 3 months and you got one payout in 3 months, then or maybe you're trading a personal account and you're up 1% in like 4 months, that's kind of horrible. So
yeah,
that's
the thing I love because what happened with mine, it was basically like I was doing better and better, and then like I was like, okay, I got like a 4K payout at one point, and then I think maybe like 8K, and then my sister's fiance. I was just talking to him and I was like, bro, if you want to like put up money for like more accounts or whatever, I'll like break you off because I've been doing good. So like, I'm just maxed out on like 20 accounts. I'm like, you want to put up some bread? And I'm like, and then I'll break you off. And he did it. And then I got the 20 and then I broke
Really?
Yeah. So I gave him like, extra money obviously because he put in, and then I had 20 accounts. So then, after that, it was just like, it was cool because I got them like for free basically.
Dude, that's fire.
It worked out.
He's really got to trust you though.
Yeah, no, bro. I gave him he put up like I forgot what it was at the time, maybe like 2 or 3 bands, and I gave him like 13 bands.
Damn.
Yeah, so it worked really well for him. But it was cool because it was it was like mutual. At the time it was less risk for me.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Now, did you have a job? Do you have a job? Did you ever have a job? Like, what's your employment like?
So I've always been like an entrepreneur. And I think, bro, I actually got a payout my first 3 months trading, but I think because I took like a huge L like a couple of years ago because I did like a real estate flip, and then the contractor ran off with like all my money I had saved up, and then he damaged the foundation. So it's like I had like some more money from like past things, but it's like I'm kind of like had like a lot of pressure to do well with trading, you know what I mean? And obviously coming off that huge L. And it's crazy because I basically, and then even so like the first 3 or 4 months I did get a payout, or I was about to get a payout on Elite Trader. Everyone used to trade Elite Trader at the time. And
I remember,
bro, I passed it or whatever, and I'm like, this, 3 or 4 months, that's pretty good, and I'm pretty happy about it. And then one day, because I used to trade on TradingView, I'm thinking I'm on my demo account. I'm taking a trade with like 10 trades, just messing around. And then I'm like, such a weird number. Why did it stop like counting? And then I'm like, no, my God, this is my real account. So I think like really that messed me up. And I had a couple of situations like that where I like, and then like some random thing would happen or something like that. So I feel like that messed me up a little bit.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And what are your like? So what are your future goals? Like, what are you trying to achieve? Like, what do you want to do with trading? Like, do you want to just keep doing what you're doing? Is there another goal you have in mind?
Especially like this year, I'm really happy. Like, I'm not really messing with the 15-second as much anymore. I'm gonna stick to like 30-second, 1 minute, and even like the 2 minute sometimes. And then so this year, like coming up, I want my goal is I want to start getting like 6-figure payouts like each month. Hopefully, that's like because I want to do good in December. I have like a good amount of accounts right now that I've been doing pretty well on, and then I'm like, as long as that goes good, I'm gonna like at least if I get a payout in December, I'm gonna try to level up and have it so I'm pretty close to getting 6 figures for January, and then like my goal is hopefully I want to have like a good amount of like 6-figure months next year.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, do you ever feel like pressure trading?
I would say yes, but I feel like I've been feeling less and less. I don't know, with the break even method that I've been learning, and then just like also I don't know, I feel like just a couple things that I was doing wrong now I've like kind of like refined because I've been watching like a lot of videos and studying and trying to be more patient. So I'm feeling less pressure and kind of just like more confident in the model type of vibe. You know what I mean? So it's like, especially with backtesting, I'm like backtesting and doing really well. So I'm like, I just have to, it's just time and just being patient. Like even on Friday, I don't know if you remember, like in the morning, we made a data wick and then we like took some highs and then we wanted like the low of the data wick. And I took the original play and I made some good money. And then I don't know if you remember, it kept like inversing like before open, but you were like, so there's just something I don't like about this. Like, and
I was like, it didn't run the first 2 times. And I was like, why would it run? It was like, let me just pull the chart. So basically what he's talking about is on Friday, there's 2 ones that are for lives and there's actually multiple. And I took the first 2. I took this one, which is break even, and then I took this one right here, which ended up being a break even. And then there was like a bunch of these little inverses after, and I just skipped all of them because I tell people, I'm like, if it's not going to run the first 2 times, I'm not going to keep trying. I'm going to wait till the next big time. What was the next big time? Open. And then we got this one, and this one I actually did like because this one swept these equal highs, and then obviously went down, but this one was invalid. So so this is what he's basically talking about. So keep going.
Yeah, no. So just like even with stuff like that, like just being more patient, like you know what I mean? Like before I would take like everything like that, and then now I'm just like, cause from backtesting more and like doing it the correct way, I'm like, okay, this setup's gonna be there, like you know what I mean? So it's like
like if you don't get a setup now, like we're gonna get one later, we're gonna get one the next day, like just knowing that mindset. Because like how many times I always ask you this, but how many times have you taken a trade and then it's bad, and then like 15 minutes later, all of a sudden you get a light bulb trade, like, oh my God, why didn't I wait for this?
Bro, so many times I've like even like in the past I would like blow accounts and then later it's like the most clear best setup.
I know.
I'm like,
see, that's what keeps me from like revenge trading because I like know we're gonna get another really good setup. So that just helps me personally. But so that's really all I got for right now. Do you have any tips for anyone like watching this or trying to be profitable or trying to get payouts?
I would say something that helped me is instead of like trying to be disciplined, try to be like in the present moment as possible when you're trading, because I think when you try to be disciplined, you're kind of like forcing that energy down and then you'll like end up just like exploding. But the times when I would do the best and like the time when I went that streak, my goal is just to be like not thinking about the future, super in the moment when I'm trading, and like, is it a good trade or not? Like stop, because as soon as you start thinking like, oh, I gotta get this payout, I gotta make this money, I gotta like achieve something, it's like you're starting to get anxious and you're gonna overtrade. And like the more I would try to be present when I was trading, like I would do so much better and not force yourself to be disciplined. But if you're present, you're naturally not gonna want to take stupid setups or be greedy. You know what I mean? That helped me the most.
Okay, yeah, that's good non-financial advice. So, all right, is there anything else you have to say or no? Okay, yeah, thank you for the interview. So that is the interview. He's gotten over 130,000 in payouts, which is pretty cool to see. It's not easy, and that is more than me, just so you know. So kind of crazy, but I definitely can guarantee I spent less on challenges than you.
No, no,
like,
yeah.
that's the
You
one
have
thing I can
probably a
guarantee.
better win rate for sure.
Yeah. So that's it for now. If you guys enjoyed this video or want more of these stuff, leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my second channel if you guys want to see this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you later.
All right, my brother. Good talking to you.
Yeah, no problem. All right, so that was the end of the interview. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. The one thing I will say is he's definitely spent a lot on challenges, but he's still plus like 70, 80K, which is where you want to be at, okay? So I definitely spent less on challenges, but it's probably because he was not profitable first, buying a bunch of challenges. You know how it is. That's what everyone does. So it depends on how profitable you are, and that's just how, I guess, what it depends on. But yeah, I mean, if you guys want to do, if you have like a really good whatever, a really good payout, wherever you want to come on, maybe I'll do some more interviews. If you guys enjoy this, if this gets 300 likes, I'll do more of these. But if not, then I'm not gonna bother. You know, but yeah, just shoot me a DM, and then if it gets 300 likes, maybe I'll interview some more people. I'm gonna keep doing interviews for like everyone on this channel. So maybe you have got like a couple $6,000 payouts or a $2,000 payout, and you're like, just like $2,000 payout, just trading iFVGs. You did it really like a good win rate or something cool or something, whatever. You could maybe hit me up, and maybe I'll do an interview with you on the second channel. So that's gonna be it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. And if you got to the end, comment the word door. I just want to see how many people got here. And yeah, that's it for now. Peace.